Thanks for waking up with Sunrise. As we know, restaurants have had an extraordinarily challenging year. From closures to restrictions, businesses have had major impacts from the pandemic. But for female restaurant owners, it's been an even more isolating experience due to the industry being male-dominated and just those unique challenges women face in general. A chef in Chicago wanted to change that, and now her mission is at work here in Kentucky. I spoke with two local chefs who head up a league of women in the restaurant industry called Kentucky Duchess. See more on how they are using their experience to elevate other female voices in this story, new on Sunrise. To know Kentucky food is to know Weta Michael. Her name synonymous with local cuisine and excellent restaurants. But even she has struggled through the pandemic.
It's been a very, very difficult time.
Laura Swan is the owner of Lexington's Great Bagel. She says for her, those early days of the pandemic were nothing short of a nightmare.
The feeling for us was shock and really, truly terrified.
There was no rule book, no one to look to who had been through this before. And for a female restaurant owner who in a good year might feel isolated, was facing even more unique challenges.
During COVID, it became almost impossible. Many of us have kids. A lot of us have multiple restaurants to run. And doing all of that without the aids that we normally have made it super, I want to say, traumatic.
But they certainly weren't alone. In fact, states away in the city of Chicago, another chef was feeling the same confusion. Rohini Day started a program in her city called Let's Talk, a sounding board for other female chefs and restaurant owners to turn to during the pandemic.
Rohini sort of felt like a lot of those that women should have their own conversation. And she also felt like they could each other.
Her vision grew and spread to regions across the country, including here in Kentucky, where Weta Michael was tapped to head up the local chapter. They now call themselves the Kentucky Duchess, meeting the first Wednesday of every month, commiserating, trading ideas, and learning they were never as alone as they felt.
This is how I'm going through it too. The same thing's happening to me. You know, I am also experiencing cash flow shortages.
It just created an opportunity to come together and to come together in this really small group of women who can relate.
Together, they have identified 700 female-led or owned food and beverage businesses in the Commonwealth, and they're just scratching the surface. Their goal now is to create a directory, a resource, something to help make women-owned businesses that were once invisible in the community visible, and generate resources. Should anything like this ever happen again, help will just be a phone call or maybe a Zoom call away.
Driving people long-term to these businesses is what will give us the financial stability in the future to weather any storm that might come our way.
So here are a couple of cool things we want to tell you about. One, if you know of a female-owned food and beverage business here in Kentucky that should be added to this directory, head on over to our website, lex18.com. Find this story, click on it, and it will direct you to their website to have instructions on how to join that directory. And to support Kentucky Duchess, there will be a special event this coming Monday, which is International Women's Day. It'll be at Honeywood at the Summit at Fritz Farm, one of Weta Michael's restaurants. We've got details on our website about that as well, and you're looking at their website here with a description of that special event on Monday. And then be sure to tune in to the Today Show this morning. They are featuring the Let's Talk program, its founder, and all of the great work it has done for these female business owners throughout the pandemic. Of course, the Today Show begins at 7 a.m. immediately following sunrise. And Sunrise will be back in 2 minutes.